Gotta go, man.
Guys, I am here today to tell you that Egypt, all of Egypt, Christian and Muslim, are all against Mubarak. Yasqut, Yasqut, Hosni Mubarak. Yasqut, Yasqut, Hosni Mubarak. Yasqut, Yasqut, Hosni Mubarak. Yasqut, Yasqut, Hosni Mubarak. One more time. Yasqut, Yasqut, Hosni Mubarak. Yasqut, Yasqut, Hosni Mubarak.
We're against all dictators all around the world. Congratulations to the Tunisian nation, hoping that the Egyptians are going to be free soon and their Egyptian president will leave the country soon. And we're hoping to see the same change in the West Bank with the Palestinians. We want to see all the Arab nations free of their dictators.
I dream that all of us Egyptians can stand in the same way in Egypt and have this freedom of doing the same like we do over here to do over there. The president has to know that because of what he is doing, he is the cause of the bloodshed happening in Egypt. He cannot rule the country against our will, against the will of the people of Egypt. He has been there for 30 years. He has been there for 30 years ruling a police state. It's the time that Mubarak goes down. Mubarak must go.
Hey, ho, Mubarak must go. Hey, ho, Mubarak must go. Hey, ho, Mubarak must go.
I honestly, I feel the difference between Egypt and United States. When we were over there, the media, usually they try to teach you or try to let you know that everybody else it's wrong, and usually the government is the only one who's right. So basically they kind of brainwash you. And when I came here, when I arrived here, I seen something different. I seen that there is nothing called right and wrong. There is something called, you know, this side and the other side. And there's something that I couldn't understand in Egypt, that, you know, that maybe we disagree, but we can live together and we can be friends.
He's subjugate the people to so many problems. He stole all their money. He destroyed the country. He refused to develop the country. Plus, he smuggled all the money from the world, from Egypt. Egyptian people don't have no food, no social, no fabric, no nothing at all. No, people eat meat and chicken once every 3-4 months.
I'm an Egyptian American living in New York. I'm standing outside the Egyptian Permanent Mission to the United Nations. I'm here standing in solidarity with all of my friends and my family in Egypt who are standing up and saying the same message: Mubarak must go. I'm here to urge the United States to take a stronger stance. I think it's of great importance that they stand behind the Egyptian people, so that when there is a democracy and elections do take place, the Egyptians stand behind them. At this point, standing behind a dictator is useless. He's going down. It's over for Mubarak. It's just a matter of time, and the U.S. needs to stand behind the Egyptian people. My thoughts and prayers are with everyone in Egypt right now. I have been unable to reach many of my friends who are participating. I just reached my father for the first time yesterday on day 6. My prayers are with them. May they stay strong. May they keep on fighting. Mubarak will go. The latest news, tomorrow there's going to be a 1 million-person march from Tahrir Square to Mubarak's palace. Many are hopeful that this will be the end. 1 million people standing strong. The military has said time and time again that they will not use force, that there will be no violence against the protesters, and if they have their way, they will not stop until Mubarak is done. If you're American living in America, you support the Egyptian people, contact your congressmen, contact your local officials, tell them, express to them that you believe that America needs to stand for democracy. The hypocrisy that stability is more important in the region than democracy is absolutely absurd. America has stood behind democracy in spreading democracy in the Middle East for years, and now is the time to stand behind the Egyptian people in their movement to do so as well.
One of my very dear friends is from Cairo, and so I'm praying for her and praying for her family and praying for all of Egypt right now, and we're watching. We're watching with you, and we support you. She said that her sister has a pot of oil boiling on the stove at all times in case they need to throw it on the gangs. They have bricks stacked up on their balcony in case people try to climb up. Yeah, they have a few days worth of food.
Our government here is supporting a regime, a ruthless dictator for 30 years versus human rights and supporting the stability of the region versus a freedom of a nation and supporting Operation Iraqi Freedom versus Mubarak and his military. I don't want to talk. I'm right.
We're here to support our fellow Egyptians in Egypt, because that's the only thing we can do in our hands right now is to protest. And we all wish we could go back to Egypt and fight for our country against, the dictator Hosni Mubarak. It's been 30 years. I think it should change right now. What do you guys think?
We need change. We need change. Enough with the police brutality, enough with censorship. Egyptians need freedom of speech and freedom to do whatever they want, just like Americans.
Okay, thank you.
We have democracy, man, but it been like hell in Egypt, but nobody's noticing that. So people had reached that point that people exploded and then be asking for their rights.
Are you Egyptian?
Yes.
So what's the situation with the people back home? Any news?
Nah, he cut off everything, and the internet,
everything's cut off.
Everything's cut off.
Yeah. You can't even call your fans down there. You can't call nobody down there. It's been hell down there. So hopefully we get out of it, and hopefully we leave. That's all we asking for, just to leave. If you care about Egypt, just leave. Straight up. That's all about it. If you just want to be a good president, leave. You've been there for 30 years. It's about time for you to leave.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Can you text me to walk down the block?